Well, joining me now is a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Mike Lawler. Congressman, evacuating some people from military bases in the Mideast, that suggests that some kind of action is imminent. You see it that way?
Potentially, sure. I'm not going to speculate too much as to what action President Trump and our Department of War may take, but the fact is the Iranian people are rising up, rightfully, and we want to see them successful in this effort to reclaim their freedom, reclaim their country after 45 years of tyranny and oppression under the Ayatollah and this regime. The fact is that the decision the president made last summer to strike Iran's nuclear capabilities, coupled with what Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Israeli defenses did to weaken Iran's air defenses, to take out their military leadership, has set the table for the Iranian people to rise up and take their country back. And you see the way the regime is responding, killing thousands upon thousands of innocent civilians, and it is something that we as a free world cannot tolerate. And I think the president is right to prepare to take action. The question, of course, is what that action will be.
Now, we have a large military presence in the Caribbean these days, and a very large presence in the Mideast. That's still there. Is our military stretch too thin?
Look, this is part of the reason why we have been investing heavily through the appropriations process, through the reconciliation process, to increase our defense spending and support our military. Under Joe Biden, it was severely weakened, and under President Trump, we are strengthening our military. So we are not stretched thin. We are showing the full force and might of the American military. You've seen it with the operations that have taken place both in the Middle East and, of course, most recently in Venezuela. The capabilities of the American military are unmatched, and would-be bad actors would be well advised to stand down.
New York's state's governor, Kathy Hochul, she used her State of the State address as an opportunity to bash President Trump. Watch this, please.
This moment carries real threats from Donald Trump and his enablers in Congress, driving up costs on everything from groceries to farm equipment through these reckless tariffs, killing major infrastructure projects that put union members to work, tearing apart nursing immigrant mothers from their babies, and calling it public safety.
That was pretty extreme. Congressman, do you think that Trump bashing flies outside New York City?
No, generally speaking, no. I think the American people are tired of the hyper-partisan politics. They want us to deal with the challenges facing them. Kathy Hochul is the single worst governor in America. She has run the state of New York into the ground. She is bowing at the altar of Zohran Mamdani, talking about raising taxes by $9 billion across the state, increasing spending by tens of billions of dollars at a time New York is projected to run a $36 billion budget deficit. We have a crime and public safety crisis that continues. And she's out here pontificating. She has offered no solutions to address the challenges facing New York, and as a result, New York continues to lead the nation in out-migration for a reason. Businesses and people cannot afford to live in the state of New York, and yet she's sitting here going on a 2-hour speech offering absolutely nothing except the same boring commentary on President Trump and Republicans.
Got it. Congressman Lawler, thanks for joining us, sir. I know we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Stuart.